Hi, in this lesson I'm going to introduce you to concatenation, which is a fancy word for joining strings together. So I just declared a normal string, and then we get the string from the user, and then this is the line here where we're adding. So here's the addition symbol, but you can also call it the concatenation operator if you want to sound really fancy. So I'm just adding Mr. or Mrs. to whatever name was given up here. Okay, just in case anyone doesn't remember, the colon star after get name just allows for Turing to have a space. So if the user enters a name with a space in it, then Turing will be able to handle that because of the colon star. Here's our line, then we're concatenating, and then name will become something different after this line. So we will no longer have the original name entered, we now have a new name. So if I run it, so we now have a new string that has Mr. or Mrs. attached to the front of it. Okay, so we added them together. So we're going to do a little bit of a jump. We're going to go from this simple program to a function that will add to a blank string. The declaration line is here. We're taking in one parameter, which is going to be a string, and we're actually going to reverse it inside the function. So in order to do that, we need to have a local variable that is empty. So this is how you initialize a string to nothing. You just put colon equals and two quotation marks. And then we're going to do a decreasing for loop. And if you've never used a decreasing for loop, all it does is just like a for loop, but you're allowed to put the upper bounds first, and it will just count backwards. So if I just do 10 to 1, just to give you an example, let's comment that out. So it's just going to count down from 10 to 1. That's all the decreasing for loop does. I'll put that back. At this line here, we're going to be decreasing. So here is the length function again. It returns the upper bounds of the word. So therefore this will be the, if the word, however many characters the word is, it will start at the last letter, and then at that point it will begin concatenating to answer, which is nothing, each letter starting from the last letter working forward to it gets to the first letter. In this case, this string here, R will be the last letter, so it'll be the first letter added to answer, and then E, then D, then L, and so on. When I run this, it has put Redloff, which is older, backwards. The string has not changed at all. Answer changes, but it's just a local variable, and it just tells you what the word is backwards. Does that serve any purpose? Not really, but it's just warming us up for what we can do with strings.